Minutes, you'll see this severe thunderstorm head towards you again, right about into Belvedere right now, and bringing some strong winds with it. You can kind of see downstream then into Sycamore at about 4 o'clock, DeKalb a little after 4. This will skirt around Rochelle as well as Byron. You may get some thunderstorm activity, but the warning doesn't apply to you currently. But again, be ready for some strong winds as well as some heavy rainfall and some hail on the way with this. Now, we are under a tornado watch, so we are watching the rotation tool very closely here. There is some broad rotation located right about around Rockford, so we will be watching this very, very closely for any other kind of spin-ups, but so far so good on any kind of tornadic activity. But a severe thunderstorm warning, definitely nothing to sneeze at. You can definitely see why. Damage to windows, siding, roofs, and trees. Be ready for power outages and flooding rainfall as these storms move on through. You don't necessarily have to go to the basement, but we want you away from windows and as low as possible. So first floor of the house or whatever you happen to live in, you want to get away from the roof and away from the windows. That's the big thing when we do have severe thunderstorms. Again, most of northern Illinois under a tornado watch. So far, only seeing a severe thunderstorm, but if that starts to spin up even faster, this is why that watch is out. We've got all the ingredients there for the counties highlighted across northeastern Illinois. Now, we're still monitoring the situation in southern Wisconsin. There was a confirmed tornado, at least a brief touchdown.
Just a little bit, kind of flipping back and forth here between the velocity and the radar, that maybe there is just a little bit of a notch that is trying to develop, and I'll highlight this here for you, kind of working in just to the southwest end there of the Rockford region. I don't know, let's see, I'm going to keep this on the radar real fast here. Let me take this off, because I do want to switch around our camera to see if I can get a good vantage point. I might not be able to the incoming storms here from our Rochelle. Right now we have our camera on Rockford and it's pointing to the west. So all we're really going to get from that is just some rain right now. Kind of the worst of that is moving out of the downtown Rockford area, but places like Belvedere, Cherry Valley, Milford, you're going to see some of that heavy rain come in. So right now we do have that severe thunderstorm.
Lee, Boone, DeKalb, and McHenry counties. That's going to go until 10 o'clock, meaning that conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms that do potentially include tornadoes. So at this point in time, make sure to have your severe weather plan ready to be enacted here if any warnings are issued. Just to give you an idea of what's going on at various points throughout the city, there's our quad cam where you can see downtown Rockford. The heaviest of the rain is down there, but extremely heavy rain falling. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, that is our I-90 cam where the rain is coming down at torrential rates and will do so for probably another minute or two. Same story on our East State Street cam, State and Perryville. Also looking at some very heavy rainfall as well. Gusty winds and large hail are to be expected with these storms, and again, not to rule out the possibility of an isolated tornado that may come our way as well. More coverage to come here throughout this afternoon. As more warnings are issued, we will be sure to break.
There were things.
Discussion coming up here.
Kind of the back edge of this particular thunderstorm. Was trying to see if I could see any structures or anything, but the rain kind of to the southwest of us obscuring that just a little bit. So once again, I want to run down this warning for you, put a storm track on this. We've got our Facebook Live going up here on the Eyewitness News page, so you are able to follow along with that. We'll run down the warnings that we have real quickly. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for Boone, southeastern Winnebago, northeast Ogle County, northwest DeKalb County. This does include us in the Rockford region, but kind of the worst of that is now just passing through the downtown Rockford area. But there has been a little more development along the southern fringe, southwestern fringe of that. So we'll have to watch as that kind of works to the east and to the southeast. This is moving east, but we've also seen that development again to the southeast. It's not moving very quickly, only at about 20 miles per hour. So if this were to hold together, which it likely will, we'll see areas like Garden Prairie, Marengo, and Woodstock there in McHenry County, and then watching on the southwestern fringe of that where we could see additional development just north of 72. So from Davis Junction to Byron, we'll see a little bit more development kind of work along the southwest end of those thunderstorms. Our biggest threat with this primarily is going to be those wind gusts, 60 miles per hour underneath that warning, but we're watching these little areas of some broad rotation embedded within that line. And so if those tighten up just enough, it could potentially and possibly produce a very quick tornado. So that's kind of what we're watching right now. That's the only severe thunderstorm warning we have in effect for the region. You've got the tornado warning up in Walworth County, but that is not going to impact us here as we go through the next couple of minutes. All right, so we'll return you back to regular programming. Of course, you can always follow along on our Eyewitness News Facebook Live here for this afternoon.
6 Jillian.